This is another free thought exercise slash Cptsd vlog. Yeah, I've been pretty anxious in my thoughts all day. But actually I've been doing a lot. I've been just doing like a lot of errands today. I did so much like different stuff. I slept a lot today. I feel kind of ashamed about yesterday because I slipped up when it came to lust and gave in. So I feel pretty ashamed, but someone said to me, don't get stuck in shame and guilt. So yes, I did slip up, and yes, I do feel ashamed, but it's okay, if you ask for forgiveness from God, He will forgive you, so God will forgive me. And actually I have been doing really well when it comes to lust and shame in general, compared to how I used to be. So I feel like I'm making a lot of progress there. And it feels good. It feels good to do that, to be like virtuous or moral. I think probably is the word. And yeah, purity feels good. So yeah. And super embarrassing to talk about, but I think super important to talk about for sure. So yeah. And of course my cat's jumping up into the cupboard. I gotta get him out of there because he is gonna break into that bag of oats and rip it open if I let him. He's such a little funny cat. See, he wants the oats badly. He can smell them. That's what it is. He really wants them. My spices cabinet is kind of a mess. Come out of there, little guy. Oh my gosh. Come out. He's just stuck in there. Come on, you cat. Come on. Come out, you. Come on. Good boy. Here's a good cat. Here's a good kitty. And yeah, I know my place is a mess, but I've just been dealing with like so much stress, and I was thinking today actually, what would I have to do to feel caught up, because I always feel like my head's like barely above water, and I was like thinking like, what would I have to do to feel caught up? And I kind of came up with like 5 things around. And like the biggest thing is mental health, but that's kind of related to a lot of stuff. Like, so practicing grounding is really helpful for me. Doing these free thought exercises is really helpful for me. It really helps me because I can just like spit out and vent what's on my mind and what's bothering me, and like about anxiety and about sexual difficulties, and about like politics, and about like the things that bother me, and just the things that I normally don't really ever say to anyone. I know I never have a chance to, and like polite society just never will bring up. Um, so it's like kind of helpful for me to just have a place to like say this stuff and not fearing when I say it that I'm gonna like trigger someone, like trigger the other person, you know. But I have a story about that, but I that happened today. But um, the 5 things. So mental health was like, it's kind of like it's a pretty high priority, but it's related to other stuff. So like cleaning my house, like I was thinking like, what is the stuff I would have to do to actually feel caught up? So like cleaning up my house is one. Sorting through all my stuff is related to cleaning up my house, but like all my clutter. And I actually had a dream last night about um, sorting through my mom's hoarding. Like I dreamt that I was in a hotel and I had to be out by like 11 a.m. and that my mom had like hoarded a bunch of stuff in the room, and I dreamt that I was like so like upset and frustrated and like angry and like trying to sort through all the clutter in this room, and other people were like aware or like but like kind of helping, and like I dreamt that my mom was like a goblin or like a demon and I was so mad at her, and I dreamt that there was someone who was criticizing me the whole time, um and I think that was like my inner critic that I dreamt about. But yeah, I think that clutter, when your house is cluttered, it like weighs on your subconscious. Like even if you're not conscious of it, it can be draining on your subconscious. So that's one big thing, is like decluttering. Another big thing is like my driver's license, which I took some steps toward doing today. So like I went and I tried again for the driving license process to get it to go through, because I have already been trying for a long time, and I paid their fee from like a different province to mail my abstract or fax it or email it or something uh, to the new province I'm in, and it didn't go through, and so I gave up for a long time, and now I'm going back to it and trying to do that again. So I restarted the process, and that has been weighing on my subconscious and like making me feel not caught up and like embarrassed too, because I have been driving around on like expired license, and like I feel like afraid because like what if I get pulled over? And the other thing is my car. Like my car is needs a lot of work, and like there's like I've been trying to get it safetied, and I did try and get it past safety inspection like once, and I like took it into Canadian Tire Auto Shop and paid them like a ton of money. Like I asked for them to do the work, and like they did some of the work, and then they left me with a list of stuff that still needs to be done, and then like now, so I took it in today to another shop, and it says on the list of stuff that needs to be done, torque converter lockup chatters, and the lady there was saying that it like we could need to pull your transmission, and I'm like, I don't actually think you do. Like I think there may be another solution, like maybe try change the tranny fluid and maybe use some additive first before you start trying to pull the transmission and take it apart. And like yeah, oh man, I'm just, I struggle to do basic things, and it feels so embarrassing to say, but like, I will, like, and this is like ADHD or trauma related, but I will just, like, let stuff be undone or bad, or I will start stuff and I just won't finish it. And like, this is related to another thing on my list of stuff to feel caught up. Like, to feel caught up, I think I would need like hobbies, but um like, I've tried starting like so many different hobbies in my life, and I haven't really stuck with any. Like, I don't, and I like feel embarrassed about the stuff I do. I actually do, like, um and I feel like embarrassed about like being a dilettante, which I've read that word. It's like someone who's like a jack of all trades, master of none. It's like someone who just like tries a bunch of different things but doesn't get good at anything. And but to feel like caught up, I was thinking like, well, partly I feel like so much social anxiety because everybody wants to like know, like, they just want you to be happy and to be telling them something new all the time. And I don't know if I should be conforming to that or if I should just be like telling people to buzz off essentially, but I don't want to be like rude. But also, I do want to have like hobbies, but for some reason, like the things I'm interested in, like, I have trouble finding like hobbies that I can stick with, and I have trouble like maintaining them and like and actually doing them. And yeah, it's tough. It's super tough. I have trouble like doing stuff on my own as well. Like, I always really want to do it with people, and I just find like I have trouble like finding people to do stuff with. Oh, that just reminded me. I was gonna go try kickboxing tonight, um, and I've been wanting to try martial arts. So kickboxing at 7, so I can go do that tonight. Actually, that's awesome. Also, I just feel like it's a habit of me to say stuff is awesome or wicked or sick, and like a lot of it's just been watered down. But I think that's happened for so many people, where everyone's like, right on, perfect, amazing, awesome, sick, cool, and like, it's just so watered down. People do it because other people do it, and it's just like a habit. And honestly, I think that's kind of messed up in our society, because it just waters down the meaning of these words, you know? But I don't know, it's hard to tell if people actually feel that way when they say stuff. Um, I think people's eyes are a real indicator of how they're feeling, and I think a lot of people, their eyes look a little bit like mine, where they're just like tired out and they're like half cuckoo, like, and like, it's just, I think it's just, I don't know what exactly is the cause, but I do think that's happened a lot. And um, yeah, which is sad, honestly. It's sad if that is the true case, that's kind of like happened for so many people. Feelings of like uh, just not feeling at ease and in like a river of well-being, feeling just like, for some reason or another, not feeling great, um not feeling good. Well, like, honest maybe is better. I always think honest is a better term when describing well-being, like, because it's fine to not feel good, you know what I mean? But uh, people have to be able to feel that they can honestly share that. But I think the social pressure is uh, really high for people, um, making them feel like they're not good enough. Okay. with my brother. I just had to talk to him. He always wants to play video games. He's not feeling well today. When he asked what I was doing, I said I was just ranting, and this is just an example of how strong the stigma is around not being an NPC or like feeling like being yourself. Like the stigma of around not being yourself is really strong, because when I said I was just ranting, he's like, well, were you just standing in front of the mirror and talking to yourself? And because I said I was ranting to myself, he's like, were you just standing in front of the mirror and talking to yourself? I was like, no, I was filming it on a video. And he's just like, oh, okay. I mean, a lot of people just don't get it or won't get it. My therapist says that my family just doesn't have the capacity to hear like the things I need to say, like, and I think it's true, honestly, like, and it's so sad or frustrating, like, for me, because like I have no one to talk to, and I told him I have no one to talk to, and he's just like, okay, you want to play video games 5:30? I'm feeling sick. I was like, yeah, okay. But like, he's my older brother, and I just don't want to be the older brother. Like, I don't want to be the catalyst for everything. I don't want to be the one who has to do all the work for everything. I don't want to be the one everybody responds to. I don't want to be the one who everyone has to like change everything they're doing because this person is not feeling well. But like, that's kind of just been a long-standing frustration for me, because I kind of always was made to think like, I don't know, that everything's okay. It's, if you're not feeling okay, then that's completely 100% your problem. When it's not true. Like, everything obviously wasn't okay. But a lot of people will still argue with me on that. But I'm talking about Cptsd and like just being raised like poorly, like having a bad childhood. And I think some people can relate to that, and a lot of people, they just, I don't know, they'll say you're being a victim or something, or like your mindset's just wrong, or like they'll basically just spin it on you and make you feel bad, like for feeling anything, That's the frustration, I think, for me. And I have taken a lot of responsibility for it, like, and worked on it myself a ton. Like, I don't know, I guess I have taken it out on other people at certain times, but I don't know, man. I just feel, it feels like exhausting dealing with my family and dealing with mental health issues and like all that I got going on for myself. Like, it feels exhausting. And then I feel like anytime I bring up what's going on for me, then it's like automatically, especially with my brother or anyone, they just like say what's going on for them, and like will focus on what's going on for them. Like, well, at least my brother does that mostly all the time. It makes me think he's kind of a narcissist, but I truly don't think he realizes it. But, and I don't blame him for that because of, you know, the way we were raised, but I don't know. It just is exhausting. And part of me still loves him, but part of me is still angry with him because he was addicted to drugs for 10 years and there was just constant fighting between him and my mom. There was like constant fighting and explosive yelling and screaming in our house when I was growing up, and like I just felt so like afraid and small and like powerless and like just completely distressed, like, and now it's like I'm trying to deal with it for myself, but I can't like deal with it for him. Like, I'm still kind of mad at him, to be honest. Like, I don't know, he never really apologized for anything. Like, I don't know. I guess I expected him to be more of a big brother, and he never really was. And it makes me sad, honestly. I mean, he's still kind of the same that he was then. I guess just I'm trying to like just love him how he is, and even that's just difficult, but oh man, I don't like how it feels like he just like he copies me as well. Ugh, I have so much trouble with relationships and interpersonal relationships with people. I'm always trying to think about what's the right thing I'm supposed to be doing. I'm always trying to like, I don't know. I just feel exhausted right now thinking about all this. It kind of put my nervous system into like a drained state. Like, I don't feel energized by this, thinking about this, but I think like it's important. Maybe I should do grounding. I feel the table, feel my feet on the ground, feel my legs, see the cat. Cat's super nice, soft. See a stir stick, some wood. See a lot of papers and messy stuff. I'm safe here. I'm in control. I just feel like I have trouble finding people to talk to. I think about energy a lot. I think a lot of people kind of understand energy in different senses, but the main thing being like you give off a certain energy. And we're always looking for like an energy match, or like I was talking about this a few videos ago, but we're always looking for a match when it comes to like social connection, like through gaze, vocalization, affect, and touch. And I don't know, I feel really afraid too, just because of like, yeah, just because of how much I've been hurt when I was a kid, so, and like how afraid I was when I was a kid of everything. And yeah, it's difficult. I'm an adult now though, so I always have to remind myself of that. I'm safe now. It's just like, yeah, I'm just having a really stressful time in my life right now. Well, I have been for a long time, but I guess these past few months when I was off work where the stress was at least off, but I still felt like stressed, you know. But oh, yeah, so to finish off my list of stuff like car repairs, clean up my house, do my taxes, which I brought my taxes in. You know, it's funny because I always feel like there's just something which I don't know that's just like hanging on to me. Like, it kind of feels like clutter. Like, I don't have a ton of stuff, but I do have some stuff. And some of it is clutter. I just can't tell. And I always feel like I have to, like, fix my life. Like, every day it feels like I have to, like, fix my life. And I never feel, like, good enough. Oh, man. I can just, like, feel the weight of it all. Oh, it just feels, like, heavy. And I'm actually getting kind of tired, but, like, there's always part of me that won't relax. So, like, I can feel I'm getting tired, but there's part of me that won't relax. And then so much of me I can't even feel, like, so much of my body is just numb. And then there's part of me that's trying to, like, figure everything out and have explanations just in case somebody wants to know. And then there's part of me that's like, don't be mad at me, don't hurt me whenever I'm talking to people. Like, I can't, like, I have to say something the right way because at any moment someone's going to turn on me and people are going to be mad at me. But I don't even know who that is. Or, like, it's just all, a lot of it's just childhood related. Oh, I feel so tired out. I'm bogged down. I'm thankful that I can sleep a lot. I've been sleeping in a lot because I'll wake up and I'll feed the cat, but then I'll just go back to bed. And I'll sleep for like at least another 3 hours or something. And it's just so nice. And like part of me just wants to lay there all day if I could and just rest. And like if it was like a battery, I feel like my battery only goes up to like 20% and it gets drained so fast. And there's part of me that just wants to like lay down and just let my battery fill up to 100%. Oh, it would be so nice. I can't remember the last time my battery was at 100%. It was when I was a kid, honestly. And you just have that energy. Oh. Oh man. Having Cptsd is so rough, like it's so difficult. And also, I feel like my voice is like weirdish. I don't know why. I think my voice is fine. But like part of me thinks it's weird. There's all this like part of me stuff going on too. I guess it's just like I'm integrating the different parts of me or like whatever, and all I could do is I send love to those different parts of me, all of them. The part that's like a hater, the part that has like is like a critic, the part that's like so tired, the part that's stressed out, trying to like make everything okay. I just send love to all those parts. And I know that God loves me, and God loves everyone. Loves you, loves everyone. I think that's so amazing, honestly. Oh. Just the fact that God loves us all and is merciful to all of us. It's us that don't love each other, really. And I have trouble, like, loving people, but I'm getting a little better at it. You know? And I think it's weird, too, because I think a lot of people... Actually, I shouldn't even worry about it, about what other people think. I mean, I wish other people would love everyone as well. Like, you're supposed to love your neighbor and even love your enemy. And it's tough to love your enemies, like, that's for sure. Going through this rant is making me tired, and it's actually relaxing me, kind of feel a little relaxed. Oh, that's a nice feeling. I think honesty really helps, like just being honest. And I genuinely think like venting or debriefing or just being able to like say stuff is so important. I didn't realize how important that was. I think the other half of that is the response part, because it's like a spiral at that point, or like I always think of like waves, like strings, like, and how people are is like a wave, and we all affect each other. Like when I say something, it affects you, and when you say something, it affects me. And like yeah. Oh, my story about offending people. I was trying to be not offensive, but I kind of was like curious. And I went to the tax place today, and I asked the tax guy, what do you think about the audit that's going on in the States? And he was like, I was like, with Doge. And he kind of laughed. And then he just said that it's scary, like, because people that aren't qualified shouldn't be going into like government secrets. And he's like, I don't think it'll come up here, and it's scary and all this. And I was just like, oh, okay. But I support. I didn't really give my opinion, I just asked his. But I support Trump and Elon doing an audit of waste, fraud, and abuse, and I just think it's strange how they're being, how people are getting so mad at that. But I don't know. Like, are Democrats crazy? The funny thing is that people who have like a different opinion, like there's a certain thing that can happen is like I can say like you're crazy and you can say I'm crazy, and then we're kind of like deadlocked and we don't go anywhere. Like time moves forward, but we're divided. But yeah, I think that's what's happened a lot with the Republicans and the Democrats, and I don't know. There's like a whole thing about Trump derangement syndrome. Some people are just so angry. A lot of old people are really angry at Trump. And they call it Trump derangement syndrome when they just like, there's no good way to put it, but lose their minds about Trump and get so mad and like, yeah. I mean, I don't know, it's just life, I guess. People have different opinions, and that's okay. But anyway, I think that's it for my free thought exercise today. Yeah.